Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of year again. Welcome to the Maple Buc podcast, the Maple Buc Show, whatever you want to call it here on NSD. What we know for sure, though, is it's a W to start off the season, ladies and gentlemen. Can I get a hell yeah in the chat? Can I get a hashtag Go Bucs? Can I get some love for your Tampa Bay Buccaneers starting off Tom Brady's last season right, going for it again here, ladies and gentlemen? We are victorious to start the season. So let's start off this Sunday, getting you ready for your Monday morning football talk at the coffee table with the rest of your coworkers. Let's get a like and a share and a follow for not only NSD, but the Maple Buc Show here on NSD, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. We are going late into the night to start off the season. I couldn't be with you last weekend. Had some things going on, and the things that were going on were the fact that I was inevitably ignoring my family for the rest from basically right now until February or whenever the Buccaneers are eliminated from the playoffs. So we decided to just have one weekend left together. And we had a great time. And my daughter decided to wake up this morning and tell my fiance, my beautiful, sexy fiance, that, Mom, it's Go Bucs Day. Literally woke up, said Go Bucs Day, got the video and everything. It's absolutely adorable. And she's going to wake up tomorrow knowing that her Go Bucs also got the W. Some people right now are literally going to bed right now knowing that we won. Some people are going to be waking up, seeing that final score and thinking, thank goodness gracious. So let's get right into it, ladies and gentlemen, with a little bit of Bucs talk. Your Tampa Bay Buccaneers went up against the Dallas Cowboys. I ain't even going to insult them. I ain't going to call them what everybody calls them here. They put up a decent fight for a pretty depleted team that they actually had. So let's get a look at the stat board here. Nothing too impressive by Tom Brady necessarily, except that he kept control of the offense like he always does. 18 for 27, 212 yards for a TD. He threw the one pick. I don't know if anybody else looked at that pick. To me, it looked like he was just trying to get it to the feet of Mike Evans. Wasn't necessarily trying to make a play. That nose was pointed way too far down. But that linebacker or whatever he was made one hell of a play. So shout out to them for at least getting that one interception that he inevitably ran to the end zone so that he can keep as a not a keepsake. Yeah, keepsake. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, keepsake. Leonard Fournette for the rushing here, 21 carries for 127 yards. That was absolutely awesome to see that this guy just put his feet on the ground and just hobbled. Listen, I have been the one that said we needed like a Rachaad White or we needed to go after a running back and stuff like that. If this is the way that Lenny plays when he is 100% healthy, give him this contract and let him stay. Let him play it out. I don't want him to take any pay cut whatsoever. Let him do what he's doing already. Julio Jones got on the rushing stat board there with 2 rushes for 17 yards. Rachaad White picked up 8 carries for 14 yards. Jalen Darden got on there, and so did technically Tom Brady and Brashad Perriman, but they were for losses. In the receiving category, leading the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in receiving yards tonight was your inevitable captain, Mike Evans, 5 receptions for 71 yards and a touchdown. How beautiful was that touchdown? Just like you know what I mean? The guy has touch. The man knows that he doesn't need to just grab it and bring it in and it's going to pop out anyway. Just a nice little touch and then bring it down with you just like he does because he is a veteran. Veteran. Thank you very much. Julio Jones also looking like a Hall of Fame veteran. 3 receptions for 69 yards. No touchdown, but man, there was a deep ball that he had in his fingertips that, he just barely missed. Just barely missed. And you know what? If he would have gotten that, he would have been, I think, over 100 yards in this game, which would have put him right on pace for what a lot of fans have been saying is he's going for 1,000 yards. And I honestly think so too. Chris Godwin, 3 for 35. He went out, and we're going to talk about that here in a little bit, but he looked good on that first play of the game on that screen pass. He was gone. Russell Gage getting some work there for 2 catches and 13 yards. Leonard Fournette caught 2 passes for 10. Rashad caught 2 for 7. Cameron Brate, the first penalty of the game, which I wanted to yell at the TV, but my kids were sleeping. I can't be too loud as much as I want. I could have been in the garage yelling like the inevitable idiot I can be sometimes. But I decided to keep it down because I knew we were going to win. I'm sorry, Ash, if you're out there, which I see you in the comment section. I'm sorry. And to all Cowboy fans out there, I knew we were going to win. That's why I went 3 for 2. That's why 3 for 2 for betting. I just wanted to make sure that was on the board before I forget. On the defense, though, I should have counted. We got, 4 sacks in total today? 1, 2, 4 sacks. 2 of them by Devin White. Anthony Nelson and Vita Vea getting in there right at the end of the game. Got the pick by Antoine Winfield. All in all, you want to talk about a good-looking defense. I ain't going to direct you to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because we're here talking about a great fucking defense. Okay. Donovan Sue, it would have been nice, I guess, to have you. What about JPP? Would have been nice to have you. But these young Bucs, Joe Tryon, Cameron Hall, are literally doing everything that you were supposed to be doing. And honestly, I could not have asked for more. I know people are going to hold this to me because we're such a small show so people can follow. By the way, if you're following this, y'all know that you can have a shot at the Mike Allstat. Yeah, the Mike Sapp. The Mike Allstat signed mini helmet at the end of the year. All you got to do is like this show, share this show, follow NSD. That's already going to make sure that you got a couple of entries in there. And, of course, make sure you subscribe for 5 more on YouTube. And if for some odd reason your settings are set to private, just make sure you message me so I know when it goes up and who it is so I can get you into there. So now let's talk about this defense here for a second because it is just so good. I like the fact, and sorry, going back to my point here with the whole Cameron Hall. Cameron Hall, I said, was probably not going to be able to see the field that much because of the injury that he inevitably made in training camp. But if he's going to put up what he did today, and he's going to show out like Tryon did, and I even said Tryon's going to get 10 sacks, man. Tryon's going to come off that edge. It's going to be our new Shaq Barrett. And if we're going to be drafting like this for the next little while, can we at the back end of the first and second round just go get Cameron Halls and Joe Tryons again and put them in positions for when the older guys need to leave and they can just come in and eat up and gain their money eventually? That's the thing that I like to see, because Carlton Davis got his paycheck and he's balling out. Jamel Dean and Sean Murphy Bunting are both looking for their paychecks this year and they are balling out. Antoine Winfield is still a rookie, but not only is he balling out and he's looking to get paid, he's looking to break the market is what he is looking to do. That is something that we are looking at on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We're looking at all-around Hall of Famers. We're looking at, in my opinion, like I have on the edit thing, we're looking at one of the greatest offenses of all time, but that is underestimating our defense by a long shot. That is not showing them the appreciation that they deserve at all. Our defense against a depleted Dallas Cowboys team who still has CeeDee Lamb, who still has Dalton Schultz, who still has Ezekiel Elliott. Those are three names right there that you have to account for. And most teams do not even have three players to cover all three of those players. We, the Buccaneers, have all of that on our defense. And we are laughing when Anthony Nelson gets in there for a sack. We are laughing when all of a sudden Logan Ryan is making plays and stuff like that. We are laughing at this. Devin White is going to get paid for the way that this guy balls out. Levante David is already getting paid, and now he's just showing out for a Hall of Fame nom. We just need to make sure this holds out for 17 games because this was really, 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 really good. I see that there, Christopher Cole. Right when I said it, I was like, oh, wait, no, he didn't really see the field, I think, at all. So SME didn't see the field. Thank you for that. This defense, though, all around, if stays healthy, is going to be a problem for the rest of the league because everyone's opening up their books, being like, oh, how do we beat the Buccaneers? How do we slow them down? You can't. If you slow them down on offense, our defense is going to come and slow you down. There are not many teams built out there to withstand what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense is. And even if we wanted to, for some odd reason, we have an injury, we probably got players already on standby on Tom Brady's phone, on Bruce Arians' phone, ready to come in. This was an awesome game. I know that it was a long one and it was kind of boring. And we as Tampa Bay Buccaneer fans have to deal with that because we are so used to now being winners. We don't get to hop on in the middle of the night and come up with this big solution into the offseason after week one. And be like, well, Jameis threw another 5 picks. What do we do now? You know what I mean? No. We're talking about wins. We're talking about now the New Orleans Saints next week. And this is what we're going to get to in a second because we got to talk about these injuries. But now we're talking about every single game coming up and how those wins are going to help us going forward to a playoff shot. And then when we inevitably get to the playoffs, we are going for the championship. So now it's all about who are we playing? Who's going to be in our way? And some of the teams that look like are going to be in our way at the beginning of the season may not actually be the teams that are in our way going past the playoffs. I was once upon a time scared of the Rams, not if they're going to play the Bills. I literally told my fiance tonight, I don't want to play the Bills. I didn't want to play the Kansas City Chiefs either in the Super Bowl and we won, but I don't want to play the fucking Bills. Nope. Nor do I want to play the Kansas City Chiefs. Did you see the outing that Patrick Mahomes put out on the Arizona Cardinals? The Arizona Cardinals do not have a pushover defense. I don't care what anybody says. This Tampa Bay defense that you saw is something special. Look at the jerseys. I know some people hate the jerseys, the silver helmet, the red jersey, and the white pants. Like, it looks off. It looks ugly. I beg to differ. It looks dominant. It looks like a new age type of dominance color. Like a nice swag to it. A lot of people are forgetting that. We are not in a rebuild stage here, ladies and gentlemen. We are going for it. So when we actually lose, that's when people are going to come here and be like, right there, that's the catalyst of this team going forward. Last year it was the Chicago Bears and the New Orleans Saints. Where have they been? I mean, props to the New Orleans Saints today for their really good win. But this team is built differently. Tom Brady was nice and relaxed at the beginning. He got a couple of hits in there, and now all of a sudden it's back to that, like, fuck all of you. I am the GOAT, and I am here for a good time, not a long time. So I'm going to have a good time because the sun shines in Raymond James Stadium every fucking day. And that's the reason why he came here to play. So think about that. So let's talk about these injuries here. Donovan Smith went down. We do not have any updates unless anybody out there has seen anything online for the updates. I have not. I literally just went live and have only seen what I've seen in the comment section, which, by the way, let me get to everybody there. Sid saying first, appreciate you. Cowboys who? Christopher Cole, thank you for tuning in tonight, my friend. Kate Alverson tuning in says, Brady owned them boys. It says, hells yeah. Corey King Brown, dude, much love to you. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Bucs secondary win defense, buddy. Our secondary is sick. Listen, I like the Logan Hall drafting. I really, really do. But if we did get Daxton Hill, I think that's the guy that we got that went to the Bengals that was a little bit pissed off that the Bucs didn't draft him. That would have been really cool, too. Just to have another one in there. Ash saying, hey, her Cowboys lost tonight, but you know what? That's all good. They at least did what they could with a beat-up squad. Ash, I mean, Zeke's going to have to give me some more here before I believe that he's got any future past this season here, bud. I didn't see, Sean Murphy-Bunting and William Goldston tonight. I didn't see your comment there either. I didn't see Goldston tonight either. But yes, the Sean Murphy-Bunting thing. Wilson, love, one positive. Cowboys are always trash against the run. I wouldn't get too excited. I mean, but still, they got to address those things. We were supposed to be bad, against, say, the pass, respectively. I mean, I guess it's a depleted roster. I will admit that, too. So our defense looks really, really good. Our defense looks awesome. I cannot wait to see what they do against the Saints next week. Julio has some nice plays, though. Damn right. Player of the game, Lombardi, Lenny. This dude has, like, the freshest legs I have ever seen. This dude is a perfect blend of everything we need in a running back, like the pass catching back, the 25 carries a game if he needs to back. I'm going to just put up 150 yards because I can back. Lenny did good. And Lenny did great. Okay. I am so happy with what Lenny did. And I'm really happy that the Bucs actually went and got him. I still remember a time where people are like, why do we need Leonard Fournette? We have Ronald Jones. Maybe there's a reason why we all are not GMs. There's a reason why they do things. So we'll get into that at a different show. 7-0 against Dallas. Damn right, buddy. Hey, I knew we were going to lose. All good. I am surprised we held you guys to field goals for so long. I'm like, anyone please score. And that was the thing. I know a lot of people are really mad about that. Like, this is Tom Brady's last year. I refuse to see field goals like this kicked all the time. I need to see him score touchdowns. I can agree with that. But the other thing that we need to see as well, okay, is the offensive line obviously get as a whole. Like if someone's not calling Ali Marpet being like, honestly, what's it going to take to get you out of retirement here for a little bit? Like, I don't know anymore. But there just needs to be something done with the offensive line here a little bit before we start seeing like these 35 and 42 point games. We were doing good. And then they stuffed us on a normal 3-down play. It happens. We just happen to be in field goal range. And like I made a tweet about, that a lot of people are really overestimating here. Do you not remember the times where we had problems kicking and we had to make Tom Brady go for those plays? Or even like Jameis Winston. You remember the days where we had to make our quarterbacks go for those plays? They sucked. They absolutely sucked. I don't care if we win a game 15-9 and it's nothing but field goals. If he makes all those field goals and misses one, okay. That just means that when we come to the playoffs or it comes to a situation like that, that means we have the players and the means to win those games. Saw the Patriots do it last year where I don't even think Mac Jones passed it the whole entire game, or I passed it one time. That's what wins games. They don't care about the stats and the fantasy football aspect of it or anything like that. They care about the dubs because people get money for dubs. So, yeah. Tim Weatherspoon, thank you for tuning in tonight. Says the defense looks solid. Defense looks so good. I cannot overestimate how much they look good. Barrett had some good pressure on Dak. He did. And a lot of people, too, had said that we could have saved money by letting him go and letting Joe Tryon get in there and then just drafting another or getting a cheaper alternative. Guys, he was the cheaper alternative back in the day, if you don't remember. We got him in a very, lucrative price in free agency comparatively. He was supposed to be a depth player at best. Maybe a starter, but we didn't expect what we got out of him. Not even close. And then we're out there. Good win, though. After that very exciting game, I'm ready for bed. Good night, sir. Congrats to your win. Crossing my fingers, Dak and Godwin are okay. Yes, thank you, Ash. You have yourself a great one. To all the injuries that are going out there, kind of transition that into the Godwin situation here. Godwin, after that one catch, limped off, and they're calling it a hamstring injury. I'm not a coach. I'm not part of this whole thing, but my thing is, if Russell Gage is healthy, and I know that they just want to say at least the one time this year that all four were on the field. You know what I mean? It helps sell tickets. The whole ownership part of it. I get it. I even more things that I can come up with. I get it. I 1,000% get it. But in this, don't put Godwin on the fucking field, man. What are we doing? What are we doing putting Godwin on the field? We got 16 more games, 17 more games, whatever it is, 16 more games. We, as much as, 212 yards, and we had them, and it technically wasn't that great. So what are we doing? Why are we risking losing him for another few more games here? If we're just going to put him out there and do these type of plays against the Dallas Cowboys. I get that we need to get off the ground and running, but I need him for next week against the New Orleans Saints. I need him against the week after that, which, by the way, I have the banner here. Let me just throw that up there at the bottom. I need him for Green Bay. We need him for Kansas City. We got a lot of teams. We don't need him for Atlanta. We'll beat Atlanta like nothing. Shout out to Kyle out there. Listen, I want to see Godwin. I want to see this whole squad be together for a long time. I really, really, truly do. I really, 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 truly do. But it's not going to work like that if we cannot work together as a fan base and an ownership and stop putting Godwin on the field, man. Because I can't accept this. He was already, him and Gage. Gage looked fine. But Godwin, unless Gage is more serious than anything, I don't understand why he hit the field. Thomas Kuru, thank you, new fan tuning in tonight. It says go Tampa Bay. Thank you for tuning in. No more, no risk hit, no biscuit offense. Thank God. I mean, there may come a time though, and you got to remember Byron Leftwich is the guy controlling the offense. But that does make up a good point there, Christopher Cole. What happens when eventually we do have that weird thing where Todd Bowles is kind of putting the ixnay on Byron Leftwich's play calling, where it's nah, we can't be going for the long ball like that every single time, Mr. Byron Leftwich. And Byron's dude, we're down by 21 points to the Kansas City Chiefs in a playoff game. I'm going for it. Nah, man, we're going to have to play it conservatively if we got 11 more minutes into the fourth quarter. It's the fourth fucking quarter, dude. So, I have a weird sneaking suspicion eventually. I didn't see anything on the sideline today, obviously. I think everybody's just kind of Happy that Todd Bowles got his first win as a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. It's been a while since he's gotten a dub, so just really, really happy for him. Godwin equals hamstring injury. Thank you for the updates. Yeah, that's just. And then I saw the Lenny tweak something too. I actually was searching on Twitter for that. Joshua Cole Allen is usually a really good person. Oh, wow. We have breaking news on the Dak Prescott situation. Dak Prescott, Jerry Jones 7 minutes ago, told reporters that Dak Prescott will need hand surgery. He will be out several weeks. So a big blow to the Dallas Cowboy fan base out there right now. Dak right there. There it is. I just saw that too. Dak has to have surgery on his thumb. Damn. Now that becomes a thing though. That becomes an actual thing for the Dallas Cowboys going forward. Like if they don't get it together and they don't get a replacement, like, oh man, they should trade for Jimmy Garoppolo. But that could be the stinger in the side where they're like, you know what, screw it, everybody out. Coach gone, Zeke gone, Dak gone, rebuild everything gone. No, I don't necessarily see it like that, but it could lead to a snowball effect of some other things going on there in Dallas. As for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, though, let's look at the offense here for a little bit. The reason why I say that this Buccaneers offense could be an all-time offense. Let's really look at the players that are on this team. Mike Evans is a Hall of Famer. Chris Godwin is on the precipice of being in the Hall of Fame or could be already in the Hall of Fame. It depends on who you are asking and how you stack up the stats to when you say, is he a Hall of Famer? Julio Jones is a Hall of Famer. I think we all kind of can agree with that. The fact that he's even blessed the Buccaneer jersey after he played so long for the Atlanta Falcons is so incredible to me. He is a Hall of Famer. Russell Gage is a very good player that we are going to have for many years to come. Okay. Now, the problem with that, though, is his contract. Is when we start getting into some bigger issues in a couple of seasons where if we don't have a quarterback and we need to start cutting some money and stuff like that, Russell Gage's dead cap and just situation may become a little bit hindrance. But to be honest, having more wide receivers in-house to help with development of young quarterbacks or success for veteran quarterbacks is really all that matters to me as a Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan, because this team is just built. I think we talked about that in the offseason here, a little bit about your Tampa Bay Buccaneers, is if this is Tom Brady's last season, they're going to have to bring in either a veteran like an Aaron Rodgers or something, or someone who just knows how to sling the ball around and be a commander of sorts, because there's no way that this team can just win it this year and then walk off into the sunset winning 2 out of the 3 years. Okay. I do not see that happening. That's how the Patriots dynasty started, is by them realizing what they had and continuing to build on it and dealing with the very small issues that they have in-house by saying, this guy won't play here because he wants more money. This guy hates the Patriot way, or this guy's never going to leave, so you might as well give him a contract that's based on that. You know, we have that ability here in Tampa Bay, and I do enjoy that. So let's not ruin that by having, you know, these little fan things on Twitter where everybody starts bitching at each other like, oh, we don't need Tom Brady, or oh, we don't need this and stuff like that. Guess what? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers and a lot of these young guys are watching and listening, okay? On social media. You got what you eventually wanted. And that's the players watching and listening, okay? And now eventually they can retweet you. And if they retweet you or they comment on you, you're just like, so listen. This Tampa Bay offense is going to be one of the best all time because of the receivers, because of Tom Brady. Look at Lenny and what he is doing. This offensive line, if they could address it with something, okay? If Donovan Smith is out for a long period of time, we're going to have to go for a left tackle out there. We're going to have to either make a trade or we're going to have to go for a free agent and probably break the bank on something. But if we can get a left tackle, if we can get a little bit of solidarity in that left side of the offensive line, we are set. We are set, and we are promised basically great things. It was only 212 yards. I got the race to 400. I should have it to 5,478 8. That's what would technically break the record. But I still hold true that Tom Brady has the ability to set the all-time passing record this year. I know they're technically giving him an extra game, but it doesn't matter. That's just the way that it goes. So maybe he'll put up 300 extra yards or whatever you want to call it. But this offense is set for great things. Look at Rachaad White, for crying out loud. He looks like a little Le'Veon Bell out there. The pause and the shuffle and making sure he's going through the right holes, and he's getting used to it. This is a real NFL game that he finally had to go up against, and this is not an easy defense that he had to go up against either. For the few times that he got to hold on to the ball today. Dallas's defense is underrated. Micah Parsons showed the reason why he won Rookie of the Year last year. We did really, really good. So Tampa Bay Buccaneer fans, be happy with what we have right now. Be happy with the success that we had going on here, and be happy knowing that we are going into a Monday morning work week right after week 1 with a W for your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now we look on to the New Orleans Saints and what they're going to possibly put a damper in us. By the way, the Tappin segment here tonight, brought to you by BetStamp here, ladies and gentlemen. BetStamp, if you want to see the bets that I have laid, which, by the way, 3-2 this weekend, not the best, those Raiders, but it is what it is. If you want to get and see the bets that I make, get at BetStamp. Ask for the referral code through Messenger. I will send it to you, and you will be able to see all the bets that I have laid and all the money that you could be winning, and you can see everybody else's bets that are out there. BetStamp, get at them, download them. Much love to them. BetStamp.com or BetStamp/app or whatever you want to call it there. Rodgers got destroyed. Yes, he did, Christopher Cole. Man, I got the Vikings at 8-9 getting into the playoffs and like having a under 500 record, and man, they're probably going to have like a 10-7 season. I can see it now. Unbelievable. Now the national media will put Dak injury ahead of our defense. Of course, it's the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys headliners always come before Tampa Bay Buccaneer headliners or the Patriots or anything. We all knew that. That's just the way that the media goes. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Just a short show. I know a lot of people are sleeping and stuff like that, so we just wanted to get some updates of everything going on. And the updates are as followed. Again, going through Twitter the one last time, as Prescott is to have surgery on his left hand. We got Lenny banged up a little bit. We have got, Giselle 3 hours ago said, let's go Tom Brady and let's go Bucs. Doesn't look like any issues in paradise there. It also... just looking at a couple other tweets, looks like everything else is good. Yeah, Lenny's banged up. Godwin's going to see some time probably missed, I would assume, at this point. But stay tuned to NSD. I'll get you guys updated in the morning on the page with anything major breaking for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Also tune into like JC Allen and all those guys at Pewter Report. They've been doing a really, really good job. For any of the other teams that you like the Dallas Cowboys, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Washington Commanders, who got a win today. Baltimore Ravens, the Atlanta Falcons, and a couple of other teams. Make sure to follow Let's Talk Football on social media platforms, including Facebook, Twitter, and anywhere else you find their shows and get at them. And, of course, remember to like and share and follow North Sports Dynasty for your chance to not only win Mike Allstat mini helmets, for your chance to win the jersey that we have going on in the next giveaway is the mystery jersey. It will be posted tomorrow at around noon Mountain Time for y'all to have a chance to win. Speaking of winning, your Tampa Bay Buccaneers are victorious 1-0 to start the 2022-2023 NFL season, the 101st football season in America, ladies and gentlemen. Your Tampa Bay Buccaneers are victorious. So let's get you out of here. Let's all get to bed so we can wake up and go rub it in all of our coworkers' faces. Unless you live down in Tampa, I'm assuming everybody's, basically Buccaneer fans. But if you're not and you live up here in Canada where other people don't give a shit about football, or they actually give a crap about every other team besides the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, you'll be sure to rub it in their face bright and early tomorrow morning. So much love here from the Maple Buc Show. I am your host, Andrew Faubert. You can follow me at the link right there on Twitter and on Facebook. Add me up as a friend. You'll be included in everything basically going on. A few people have reached out to me and stuff like that, and I appreciate all of you. So thank you all again. Share the show, share the crap out of this place, and remember to subscribe for more chances to win the mini helmet. All right. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, Maple Buc Show is out.